Okay, so hi there. Today I am going to be making some Nomato sauce. So Nomato sauce is a great option for people who can't eat tomato sauce or anything with tomatoes in it. Now that could be because you've got allergies to tomatoes. It could be that tomatoes being a nightshade can create inflammation in your body. So for people who have arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, or gout, things like that, sometimes they are advised not to eat tomatoes. And so life without tomatoes can be very plain when it comes to working in the kitchen and having some really nice sauces. So today we're going to be looking at how to make a really good, nourishing, tasty Nomato. The thing around the Nomato sauce is that it pretty much uses a lot of vegetables. So what I've done is I've chopped up just a selection of veggies, mostly root vegetables. So we've got pumpkin, carrots, sweet potato, onions, beetroot give you that nice red colour that you look for in the tomato sauce. I've got leeks and some celery. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to roast those up, and then once they come out of the oven, they simply go into the blender with some of our homemade chicken stock. And the thing that really gives a little bit of magic to it is the old tandoori paste. So I checked the ingredients on here, and pretty much for me at least, there is nothing in here that is kind of my off list in terms of allergies. However, if the reason that you are avoiding tomatoes is because they are a nightshade, then I would like to point out that there is a little bit of paprika in this particular sauce, and so depending on your level of sensitivity, then that may not be an option for you, but it's certainly a great option for me. Now I've made this Nomato sauce a couple of times and it's nice, but what you find with the vegetables, even when they're in with the chicken stock, is that the sauce can taste very, very sweet. And it lacks some of that umami flavour that you get from tomato sauce. And what I found is that having the tandoori sauce in there with all of its beautiful spices, it's the thing that really gives it a beautiful tomatoey flavour. Okay, so I've just popped the veggies into the oven. I'm going to roast those on a high oven for a high heat for around about 30 minutes. Now you can do the Nomato sauce without roasting the vegetables. However, they're not going to get those beautiful roasty flavors, and what happens when you roast it is that it brings out all of this gorgeous sweetness in the vegetables, and that just blends up together to give you a really lovely sauce. So if you're in a hurry and you can just use stock out of a can or out of a container, sorry, one off the shelf at the supermarket, that's fine, and then just boil your vegetables up into it and blend it up. Add your tandoori sauce, and it's a really quick way of doing it. But I'm a bit of a purist at heart, so I'm going to be using this beautiful, and I don't know whether you can pick up the wobble in that, but that's a chicken stock that we made up yesterday, and I've been asked to give the credits to the person who actually made that. So Darren actually made this up for us yesterday, and really it's quite an easy thing to do, and people often think that stock is it takes too long and it's too hard to do, but pretty much all we do is we get a chicken carcass or a whole chicken, and what we do is we take the meat off it and then we just use what's left. So it's a very economical way to do it, and we take those bones, we pop them in a pot with leftover vegetables that we've got in the fridge, so onion, garlic, leeks, any celery, carrot, a little bit of everything, lots of herbs, so we use parsley and thyme and rosemary in there as well. And then this one also had huge amounts of garlic, ginger and turmeric in there. And then all you do is you pop that in the pot on the stove and you let it simmer away really, really slowly for anything from an hour to up to 5 or 6 hours. Now, how you get that beautiful shaky jelly thing happening is that when you get with the bones of the chickens, you crack those bones so that the marrow and things can come out, and you add a little bit of apple cider vinegar. And what the apple cider vinegar does is it actually draws the minerals out of the bones. So what you've got is not only a beautiful tasting stock, but you've got a stock that's actually really, really nourishing and healthy and full of nutrients and gut-loving collagen to actually help heal the gut. So our Nomato sauce that we're making is not only an alternative to a tomato-based sauce, it's also a really good antioxidant full gut healing sauce that you could be using throughout the week. So we'll probably end up with around about 1 to 2 litres of the Nomato sauce, and all I do is put that into jars, and we store them either in the fridge or they don't really last that long, but you could actually bottle them and jar them like you would a normal tomato sauce, and actually if you sterilise your jars, and then they would last on the shelf for a few months. But it doesn't last that long in our house, so we only ever store it in the fridge. We've got the vegetables out of the oven, and as you can see, they have roasted up beautifully. So what we're actually looking for is all this lovely caramelization, because that equals flavour. The other thing that I did is in here I had roasted garlic. Now I've actually taken an opportunity to peel that out anyway, so that's beautiful and soft and caramelized and sweet, and I've popped that in there. So what we're going to do now is pretty much just pour these pieces into that. Okie dokie. Right. So I've measured out 2 cups of the chicken stock. So we're going to pop that in there as well. And we'll start getting that heated up over there. Let's turn that on. Oops. One of those. Let's turn that off. And we'll start getting that warmed up. So while we're doing that, I'm just going to add in, and look, nothing I do is ever measured, so the fact that I even said that that was 500 mils is just a coincidence. This is not a recipe, it's really more of a concept. So about a tablespoon of the tandoori sauce, and then as that starts to cook down, I am going to give it a blend. Here we have our Nomato sauce, and I just want to show you it because it looks fabulous. No one would know that that's not tomato sauce. It looks like passata. The addition of the beetroot has given it that beautiful vibrant red colour, but also the tandoori sauce helps to give it that lusciousness as well. So all we're going to do now, and I've got sauce all over me, is just put it into some sterilised jars. So all I do to sterilise my jars is put a little bit of water in them and then pop them into the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes so that they are steaming hot, and then that will go in there. We'll pop the lid on that and those jars will be ready to go. So it's essentially like having jar sauce or a passata sauce already made up. So you can use this on pasta, you can use it with in a lasagna, it's beautiful over chicken or in a pie. So the mix we've got probably has made, according to the sign on the side of the pot, 1 litre. So let's see if we can do this quickly. That crack in the jar, that's fabulous. Try not to get red splashed all over the show. And there you have it. Okay, so here we have the finished product. It's my Nomato jar sauce made from chicken stock and vegetables and tandoori sauce. So I implore you to give that a go. If using tomatoes is not something that you are able to do because of your dietary requirements, then this is a fabulous way of still having that beautiful umami tomato flavour without actually having all of the issues that come with eating tomatoes. If you liked this video, then please like it and follow me. You may like to check out a couple of my other videos on YouTube. There's a couple that I've posted up there recently. One is on the nutrition and lifestyle management of migraines. There's another one about eating for good mental health, and I recently popped one up there about how to manage better sleep and productivity through nutrition and lifestyle as well. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again soon.